question that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. I'm chanting the amazing advisor. Speaking to my soul's provider. Forever you're my one desire. When the night's closing in, you remind me. When I'm lost in the maze, need a word for these days. I just call, I just raise every question that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. I'm chanting the amazing advisor. Speaking to my soul's provider. Forever you're my one desire. When the night's closing in, you remind me. When I'm lost in the maze, need a word for these days. I just call, I just raise every question that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. I'm chanting the amazing advisor. Speaking to my soul's provider.
Yeah, I still have my
Forever
old
you're
matching
my
from
one
my parents' house.
desire.
But yeah, I actually do.
When the night's
Man, I
closing
didn't
in,
know I could wear them
you remind
way
me.
too complicated. Boom. Alright. Get started, guys. If you have any
When I'm lost in the
questions,
maze,
SaaS startup, and you need some help,
need
let
a
me
word
know.
for these
We're gonna
days.
have a look at this.
I just
Boom,
call,
boom, boom.
I just raise every question
go.
that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that
Sure,
settles
right
in
now.
my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. I'm chanting the amazing advisor. Speaking to my soul's provider. Forever you're my one desire.
Alright.
When
Get
the
going.
night's closing in, you remind me. When I'm lost in the maze, need a word for these days.
My
I just
computer
call,
is
I
so
just raise
laggy,
every
it's gonna be hard.
question that I've been saving.
Second live stream of the
The
day.
answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. I'm chanting the amazing advisor. Speaking to my soul's provider. Forever you're my one desire. question that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. I'm chanting the amazing advisor. Speaking to my soul's provider. Forever you're my one desire. When the night's closing in, you remind me.
Boom, let's go. We are live, baby. We are live. Let's do it. You know the drill. Boom. Mac, the amazing Mac, is with us today, so we're gonna have a lot of cool demos. Let me just shout a message to everyone. We are live. Say hello in the comments. Let me know that you're here, guys. Mac, I'm gonna send you the link to the studio in your DMs. So let me just get that running. Copy, 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 copy. There you go. Boom. All right. Today we have an interesting session. Okay. Not on iMessage. I'll send this to you on X. Let me send this to you on X. Mac. Mr. Mackety Mac. Today we have a really cool guest. Boom. Okay, I sent you the message in your DMs. Let me know when you can join. Take your time. No rush. Let's have a look at what we have today. All right. Okay, let's get started. Boom. Let me push a couple of posts. Boom. Let's see. Back for a galaxy, you said? What does that mean, man? Explain me that. Okay. Okay. Second live of the day. Let's go. Cool. All right. We're going to get started in a minute. Today, we're going to have a look at a couple of cool stuff, and we're going to have a demo. Mac is going to demo us something really cool, so stay tuned. Boom. That is running. Everything is running smoothly. Excellent. Let me just check this. All right. Cool. Let's get running. Excellent. So you don't want to miss this. Yes, sir. We double the live. We double the fun. Beam, bada, boom. Yep. Mac, I see you. Let me know if you want me to bring you right now, or if you need to prep. Just give me a thumbs up. And the man's ready. The man has no time to waste.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well, man. How's it going?
Doing well.
Cool.
So,
do you want to connect your X account in the StreamYard so that like your guys know you here?
how to do it?
So it's in the top right corner of the interface. You need to log in, and then you'll be able to connect your X.
Stream this to your audience?
Yeah, exactly. You can.
By the way, I heard myself.
You hear yourself.
I heard myself in the back because you're on your speakers.
That's very strange because I had a live just before and I didn't have.
Hello? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it does the same thing.
Okay, I'm just gonna wear a headphone. Give me a quick sec. Just gonna hear some of those headphones.
Since I don't have,
Okay, how
uh,
about now?
yeah, yeah, it's way better. Since I don't
It's much
have,
better. Okay.
I don't have an account on StreamYard. I'm not gonna do it
No,
today.
okay.
It's okay.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, it was just for you, like, if you want to share this with your audience at the same time. We cool. We get going.
Yeah.
Get going. All
So,
right.
okay, share screen. Select window. I'll go with uh
So
entire screen.
before
Yeah.
we dive into the demo,
Yeah.
can you just tell us a little bit what you're gonna show us and what's gonna happen?
Okay. So, I discovered this tool called Impeccable. Do you see it on my screen?
Um, Let me bring the screen right up here.
Yeah. I found out this tool called Impeccable, and it's a skill that you can use on all these platforms. I mean, Codex,
Okay.
Cloud Code. I often use Codex because I already have this a ChatGPT subscription, so it comes with.
Okay.
Let me just close some stuff. Okay. And it comes with. So
Yeah.
I found this out, and at the same time, this session, because I'm in uni right now, and
Okay.
this
Cool.
session I had a class about design, and it replicates a lot of things that I saw in the UX class, and I really liked it. And something else is that um, it is kind of a tool that eliminates slop on your website. They have a sort of um, what's called extension that you can use on any website. You can scan the website and you can see the patterns, the AI patterns. Like I mean,
Okay.
the I can't find the website slop. I think it's this one. Visual details. Try it live. The catalog. Yeah. So this in their website, if you go to Slab, the catalog, you'll see all the patterns that the AI uses to make a UI. So something that is real popular is the side tab accent border. Um, all there's also the gradient. This 10M plus. We've seen this on many websites, on many things that AI generated, and it's
Yeah.
typical AI, and it finds all these patterns.
Okay.
It's I think it's obviously hard coded, but
Yeah. Makes sense.
it's okay. It does the job. And what the skills can do is, oh, I can find all these patterns and I can help you to eliminate it. And they provide I mean, Impeccable itself is a skill, but by installing it through the npm command that they provide from getting started, where's I mean, it's somewhere I can
Okay.
find it,
Nah,
but
that's okay. That's okay, man. Take your time. So let me just summarize what you said to make sure I got that. So impeccable is a skill
mhm,
that you can plug on your LLM, and so that it's gonna scan through your website and essentially identify the sloppy patterns that your typical LLM uses when they're building a website. And
not your
it's
typical LM. The patterns, the general patterns.
so what do you mean by the patterns, the generated patterns?
The general patterns. As you can see, here's a good example.
Yeah,
You see
cool.
this website?
Yeah,
Okay, you can clearly see that it's AI generated, right?
yeah.
But I mean, if you, but why you clearly see that it is AI generated? It is because there are a lot of patterns
You
that
mean
AI
okay?
uses.
So you mean UI design patterns?
Yeah, UI design
Okay, okay,
patterns.
okay, okay,
Okay,
okay, okay, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
cool, cool,
I
cool.
didn't specify.
No, no, no. I'm just trying to catch up with the stuff. Cool, cool, cool. I love it. Get it. Okay, UI design
And
patterns.
by using this the extension, impeccable extension, you can see it on the website. I mean, if you click on scan, I mean, there's probably try it out. Okay, we can try it. Right. Okay, we can. Okay, so I mean, if you use the impeccable extension, I mean, it will generate this, and you can see gradient text, AI color palette. I mean, this color palette is often used by AI. You can see dark mode with glowing. I mean, all the patterns. I mean, it tells you everything. And so here's the problem that Impeccable solves.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. And I mean, as I said, Impeccable itself is a skill. If you tell it to craft, I mean, it can go from a text to a full idea. I did an example yesterday,
Okay.
and it's this website. Look what I asked. Craft retro futuristic Japanese design conference website.
Okay.
And you can see 80 messages. So it went through a whole process that, I mean, it talks to itself, it brainstorms, and also it takes screenshots.
Okay.
Screenshots to continuously improve the website. And I mean, clearly, it gives something really special. I really like the result. I mean,
Okay.
there are some issues. I mean, we can try Impeccable right now on the website that it generated
Okay.
because I mean there are clear issues like this text.
Yeah.
We can see. I don't know if this is an issue. Another issue is this bar here. I
Okay.
don't really like it. I would like to like to be more like a carousel that moves by itself. And I don't see any other problems.
Okay.
So we can try to use the impeccable. One of the other skills that it provides. It provides another skill. I mean, when you try to install impeccable, it gives you the option to install other skills, and the other skills are audit, critique, and animate, boulder. I mean, this is to improve your UI.
Okay.
Here, it is more to audit and critique your.
Okay.
Uh,
So the impeccable skills can audit. You said the UI of the website,
UI UX
UI, UI UX.
both.
Does it audit also the copy, like the text and stuff like that?
Text. I mean, do you talk about what's the name? Ghostwriting?
Yeah, the copy. So like all the text, like the titles, the paragraphs.
Um,
Does it scan through the text that
something.
is displayed on the website?
I tried it on something the other day, and it told me. I mean, when you use the critique, it does like a table with
Okay.
all the things that it looks at, and it talks about hierarchy. So I think yes, it does the job that you're asking, or am I?
Okay, get it.
It does the job. I mean, I mean, all my class, the whole class that I took, it does it.
Okay.
We can use it right now. So uh,
Yeah, drop us a little demo.
I'm on French. Critique, evaluate design from a UX perspective. We can use it, and we can see
Demo.
what it does. So now it's thinking, and I'm not. But by the way,
Yeah.
my limit is almost done.
So
I'll, I'll almost reach my.
so wait, how does the subscription work? Like, is it consuming token from your Claude or GPT subscription, or it has its own token system?
Codex.
It's using your Codex tokens.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay,
not a
yeah,
tool. It's a skill. A skill is basically a base prompt.
yeah, yeah. Okay, it's a skill that you plug into your Claude or your GPT,
Mhm.
and then you, yeah, okay, so it's consuming your GPT or closed subscription. Got it,
Yeah.
got it, got it. Okay, okay, I didn't get that. Okay, okay,
So
okay.
now it does all the job. I mean, it looks at all the things that, I mean, a lot of tokens, obviously.
Yeah, it's burning that shit through. Do you mind just zooming in a little bit? Because I
Mhm.
have a hard time reading.
Uh,
Yeah, perfect, perfect.
but
Thank you.
right now it's just running commands, but
Okay, 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 okay.
I mean, it's
Cool.
just running commands. Here it runs the I think their repo also scans your code
Okay,
where your UI lives and
okay,
checks out some pattern if they can find some patterns
okay.
or some stuff like that.
Can you, okay? And can you give it any website,
Yeah.
or it
Uh,
has, there's some limitations to the website it can scan through?
I think if you have the code, yeah, can give it any website. It's on the repo. There's
Okay.
the website that wait a minute. I will I will
So
open the
it's not scrapping a URL, it's having a look at the code of the website that you can, so you give it a directory and not another URL, right?
yeah. The
Oh,
extension
okay.
you can use it on any website,
Okay.
but and the code you can. Okay. Detector cannot run safety. Okay, dude. Okay.
Classic demo effect, man. So classic demo effect. Classic demo effect.
Okay.
That's okay. That's
Let
cool.
me find the repo, the repository, the folder where where's my project? Impeccable demo. Yeah. So this is my project. The project is here, and it just does the job.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Okay.
so now since there's a lot of it's a lot of it's just code. So it looks at index.html, or if you are trying to review a component. I mean, if you are using React or something similar,
Yeah.
I mean, you can it can look at. I mean, the get passes. Get passes it can look at this component and review it, and yeah. But as you can see, like it did some it did some screenshots to look at. Oh, what's wrong with the UI?
Hmm.
Anti-paradigm verdict. Okay,
Okay.
let me
It's
close.
putting up the heuristics. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it gives a score, a match system, aesthetic, and okay, cognitive load, two failures, moderate, hierarchy. As you can see, it talks about hierarchy.
Yeah.
Is clear grouping. I'm not gonna read all this,
No,
to be
no, no.
honest.
I get it. I get it. I used to do heuristics evaluations back in my UX world, and yeah, it was taking me probably like 1 hour to 1 hour and a half
Hmm.
just to audit like a fairly simple landing page.
Yeah,
So I can totally see like you could input this into the system and get like a first
yeah,
audit. That's really
and
cool.
something cool is suggests you. I mean, for each problem that you have,
Yeah.
it suggests you the skill that you should use.
Ah, okay. So it's not
So
just giving you the diagnosis.
no, no, no. So here, I mean, you can suggest commit harden, overflow, rather than so adapt,
Okay.
layout, the hero, overpower, later content, figure, investigation risk, secondary, the brand expression, persona, which, I mean, what do you want to fix here? Let's fix
Let's fix the overflow of information. Yeah, the priority two.
layout.
No, no, the one above. P2. Let's fix the overflow is being suppressed rather
Okay,
than solved. Yeah.
so adapt. Adapt. I think we can fix reduce mobile. Just give it this. It's crazy how these tools are just becoming better and better,
Mm.
but the token becomes less cheaper.
Oh man, I think token is getting like the new goal right now. don't,
Dude,
don't even get me started on that. Yeah, that's
I,
nuts.
I think that Sam Altman was right. I mean,
Oh, the yeah. Go
token
ahead.
will
Can
be a
can
form of energy.
yeah. Can you re-give the context about that Sam Altman talk about the token for people who are discovering this?
Let me find the video, okay? Because I sent it to my friends. So basically, Sam Altman on one of his conferences,
Yeah.
he talked about he talked about how tokens are a kind of the new energy. Do you
Yeah.
see the video? Can you hear it?
Oh, I was just showing our two faces. Now I see the video, but I don't have the sound.
Okay, it doesn't share the sound.
Maybe I think it's the sound is muted in the video. Double check that.
No, I hear it myself.
Oh, you hear it? Okay, 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 okay.
Probably it's my problem. Let me try. Share. Okay, probably this one. Also share audio tab. Yeah. Okay. So now you should see it.
Let me put it here. Let me bring it
Yeah.
back here. Yeah. Okay, try again.
Fundamentally,
Yeah.
our business, and I think the business of every other model provider, is going to look like selling tokens. They may come from bigger or smaller models, which makes them more or less expensive. They may use more or less reasoning, which also makes them more or less expensive. They may be running all the time in the background trying to help you out. They may run only when you need them and you want to pay less. They may work super hard, spend tens of millions, hundreds of millions, someday billions of dollars on a single problem, right? That's really valuable. But we see a future where intelligence is a utility like electricity or water, and people buy it from us on a meter and use it for whatever they want to use it for. The demand that we see for that seems like it's going to continue to just go like this.
And something I noticed from this, I mean, since the models are just becoming better and better, I mean, you see it with the tools today. Actually, we can use the Pareto law um, to visualize it. 80% of the work you can do it yourself. It will take 20% of the time, which is the creative part. Okay, as as a founder or someone that solves problem, I mean, the hard part is actually the creativity because the AI cannot create by itself. It has to copy from someone. And something that the AI doesn't have is desire. And as a human, as a creator, as a founder, something that you have is desire, and the AI doesn't have it. So what you bring to the table is your creativity, your desire, and your final goal.
Yeah.
And the AI at the end will just do the the last 20%, which is fine tuning, modifying. I mean, some details. I mean, let's say you are creating an image.
Mm.
You are doing the hard part, which is for an AI. The hard part for an AI, which is having creativity. Get the background image. Okay, get the all the pictures and put them together,
Mm.
and the AI will do the rest of it, which is, I mean, touching the details, improving, I mean, the texture, changing some stuff in it. I mean, it's the part that takes 80% of the time. So, and now, AI, here is where the tokens will be just a form of intelligence, and intelligence will be like a sort of energy. That's why I'm aligned with Altman on this one in the future. What do you think about it?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. So, when you say future, what kind of time frame do you have in mind? So, are we talking in just a couple of years, or are we talking decade or more, or something like that?
I don't know. Probably in in about 5 to 10 years.
Hmm.
I see it in 5 or 10 years. I never asked myself the question
Hmm.
about where in the time when I talk about future, because it's also moving so fast that I don't know. I mean, 2 years ago we were saying, "Oh, AI models are dumb. They will not replace developers. Developers will always code by themselves. AI will never write 90% of the code." Guess what? Guess what? It became better and better. And now, if you don't code with AI, you just, you're just dumb. Not coding with AI is just, I mean, you look like a purist that doesn't
Yeah.
use a calculator and try to do all the calculus by hand.
Okay.
It takes more time. It gives a lot of errors because you can get a lot of errors from doing by hand. Attention errors. You can be less precise.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there is this form of art by doing by hand, but I mean, in business wise, if you're trying to build something, that's not the right thing to do. I think.
Now I get it. I get it. That's an interesting take. We talk about this a lot together offline. That's
Yeah.
one of our favorite topics. So I'm glad that we having this live in this podcast. Um, don't you think that in a world where artificial intelligence can now um, write code and is getting better and better at writing code, don't you think that something will emerge where human fully handwritten code will also have its seat? The reason why I'm thinking this is IKEA has industrialized furnitures, right? But at the same time, luxury furniture is the one made by hand. And don't you think we could have a world where these two positions coexist and people can sort of make their space like that?
I think, yeah, yeah and no. In terms of art, we will favorize people that do it by hand. I mean, but in terms of, I mean, if you want security, if you want confidence, I mean, a car. Do you
Hmm.
trust someone that builds a car by its hand? Don't think so. I think you'll get. I think software will get at a point where it's just a pipeline. We'll follow just a pipeline, and a lot of tasks can be replaced by machines. I mean, right
Okay.
now, software is actually a bit different from other places because okay, let's take an example about correction, grading students. I think that this is a place where AI can adapt itself very well because teacher. I mean, I can assure you that correcting is very boring, especially when you have like 700 copies to correct each session. That's a
Yeah.
lot each semester. That's a lot. So wait, so here the AI can just correct the copies, because now it can have a
Okay.
judgment with I mean, the judgment isn't real, but it is sort of a judgment. It can make mistakes, but a human can make too. That's the point. So I think it fits very well in this domain. In software, it's a bit hard because there's a lot of logic, and the uh, the except you can do many errors, because if you do many errors, your customers won't be happy, and you'll have problems with them, and they will not pay. Yeah.
Interesting example that you brought in with teachers correcting copy.
Hmm.
Um, and let me just do like a couple of questions here. We have a couple of people say hello. Hey, how's it going? Um,
Hey.
um, teachers correcting copy, and I totally see where software could sort of speed up the process. Um, but for me, where this is very different is that correcting copy, and I can be wrong, is very deterministic task, especially in certain fields. You know,
It's more deterministic. Yeah.
yeah, right. It's more deterministic as opposed to uh, other softwares that have so many different paths that would be really hard to hardwire that, right? Because you cannot write ambiguous software. You're just gonna end up with something that falls into the error and stuff like that. And so, what would you say? So, what would you say? No, sorry. Let me phrase it this way. Do you see any limitations in the software, the automation of software by the machine?
I clearly don't know. I don't know how these models will be um, better in the future. Because
Yeah.
if you see it from I mean, from now, the the perspective, I mean, from our perspective right now, I mean, the machine will never replace us. But what's gonna happen in a few years? I clearly don't know. I mean, it will help a lot of people to. With AI, you will just end up as an augmented human with more superpower. As
Mm,
someone, as a mathematician that was using a calculator, he was an augmented mathematician. I mean, I don't think that's the right words, but we can phrase it this way.
yeah.
But it's an augment. With AI, you'll end up as an augmented human, and so I don't think that software will end up in a full pipeline. I mean, I don't think so. But you will be helped a lot by AI. You will need the AI
Yeah.
to go faster,
Yeah.
because I had a friend that told me he had this feature to add to his website, and he told me before AI it would take like a month or two. He
Okay.
did it in a week.
Yeah.
It does a lot of things faster. It reads the code faster. It it does everything to you.
Yeah.
The only thing that you need to do is to understand what it does.
Yeah.
And I
Le-
think this is where a lot of people failed, by the way.
So let
Yeah.
me play a little bit devil's advocate in here to make it interesting. Um, I always bring this example when I explain the difference between KPIs and OKRs. And so you said AI allows you to make things faster. So here's the example I have for you. Let's say you are building planes and you put a lot of metrics and beacons and stuff to measure how the plane is performing, right? And your performance indicator is the speed of the plane, right? So the plane is flying between Paris and New York, and it's flying super fast, right? And you look at the speed meter, and it tells you, yeah, it's super fast, and you think, okay, that's great. Our plane is super fast. Maybe it's not going to New York; it's going to Mexico City, when your destination was New York. So you're going super fast, but in the wrong direction.
Mhm.
And so my line of defense for today's conversation is, do we really want to build fast things with AI, or do we want to do something else?
I'm not. If I said building fast, I was talking about building faster. I mean, having a product going faster as a human, not the
But
not the performance of your product.
no, no, no. I get it. I get it.
Okay.
We talking about time to production, right?
Yeah.
The time to production is now just a couple of days, just a couple of days instead of weeks or months, right? But is it really a good thing?
Um. Honestly, it depends on what you're doing. It depends. I mean, if you're fixing a bug, yeah. If you're bringing a new idea to the market, no. Yes and no. You want to build faster,
Yeah,
but you want also to take time because good things take time. And I mean, you can build fast and test with the market,
yeah,
but probably you didn't think about your market enough because you just built fast. You
yeah,
didn't think about, oh, what do they want? You didn't, I mean, put yourself in the product also, because I think that building is an art, and you need to express yourself through this art. I think it depends. I think good to understand things, you need time, but I think it will. I think the output will be the same. You will just fail more, I think, but you need to do it fast because everybody's doing it fast.
mm.
Everybody. If you don't use it, you're just behind everybody. It's competition.
Yeah. Well, this is where I think there's actually an opportunity, right? Um, for me, it's like we're talking about fast food,
Hmm.
and you're telling me, man, fast food are the future. You just enter, and 3 minutes later, you have your burger, and you can just get back to whatever the fuck you were doing before. Like, you got your calories in, calories out, boom, boom. But now, when you look at the reality of life, a lot of people go to restaurants and they spend 1, 2, 3 hours at a table having 7 course meals, and they're getting crazy experience about that. Um, there's an entire trend of slow food that came as an opposition of fast food, right?
Hmm.
Um, people some people are ditching more and more the unlimited buffets, because like they want to take their time and things like that. And so I'm wondering if we are not just in the honeymoon phase with the LLMs, and where everything is beautiful because it's new, and at some point we're just going to get tired of that and probably just put this on the side and just move to either the opposite or something different.
I think the ones that will succeed are those that will make slow food faster. I think
Yeah, yeah, that's possible. I mean,
it's probably, and also I think it's a probability thing, think because Some people succeed, but just by trying a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you throw the ball to the basket 1,000 times, it might go in once, but it went in,
No, no, I get it.
and
I
and
totally
probably
get it.
this is the winning shot.
Yeah, I totally get it. But then, so then I'm thinking, what is the discriminating factor? Because if you want, if everyone has access to this super tool and they can press a button, the market is somehow created discrimination, right? What is it? What is gonna make people succeed and fail, right? We all have a ball. We can all shoot the ball at the basket. Then what is going to make it for those for some to win and the others to lose? Because at the end of the day, the thing that it seems like we're forgetting is you can prompt vibe code, call it whatever you want, your shit out of making software. At the end of the day, how do you make a living with this? It's people giving you the money,
Mhm.
right? So now if everyone has access to building the stuff, the market is going to correct it a way or another, and it's going to be with the purchasing power.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we see it. We see it right now. A lot of people, the people that really build great things are the ones with money.
Yeah.
A lot because they have unlimited access to tokens, because they can iterate, 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 and have multiple multiple options. Let's
Okay.
say you're making a brand of a clothing brand.
Okay.
You can create multiple thousands of um, not options, of replicates, of ideas that you can just look at it and, oh, I think this one is the right one. You don't really have to. I mean, there is an original thinking. I don't think that the AI can give you everything from scratch, but you gotta give it the 80% that we were talking about earlier. You
Yeah.
gotta give it the 80%. But at the end, after the 80%, I think the AI can do the rest, and you can just pick the right thing and use it. Did you see the guy that made the Cloudbot? I don't know, OpenClaw. That's its
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
he made several startups before. He made several startups, and he used to spend money on it. So much money. Nobody. I mean, myself. I can't spend all this money. And he made that one product that just blowed up. I think that's what you're talking about. You're talking about the purchasing power. I mean, he has the money, so he won. I mean, he also has the experience, but I think the money plays a role in it.
Okay.
I think
So
you're right on this.
so and feel free to say I got it wrong, but is it what you're saying that in a world where we all have access to token, we may end up in a dystopian world where the power will be in the hands of the people who have not just the tokens but also the money to then make leverage on those tokens.
I think if you have the tokens, you're either a producer or a buyer.
Yeah,
and
interesting.
and yeah, because I think if I mean, this is the premise here is we don't find a solution to electricity. If we don't find a solution to electricity, all we're talking about is almost true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if we find a solution, I mean, it's gonna be fully different to me. What do you think?
No, it makes total sense. I agree with you on the fact that this LLM AI revolution can only work if we solve two problems. Number one, the power to feed those systems. It's like I don't remember numbers, but I don't know. It takes like a nuclear plant to basically power ChatGPT. So that's shitload of electricity. And if we just talk about nuclear power, that means we need a lot of water because we need to cool down these systems. And and this water is the same water that we need to drink. So, so we already have a conflict of interest. So do we want to drink the water or do we want to get tokens? So there's definitely going to be something interesting. I don't like talking about political shit, but I'm just gonna open the door and say country like Canada, who have like 20% of the world's reserve of drinkable water, can make can make bank on
Yeah.
these problems. But yeah, so the two factors is how'd you get the power to feed those systems, and the second thing is probably data storage. We need to do a leapfrog on how we can store data
Oh yeah.
and access data, because like SSDs and hard drive are gonna have a limit very soon. With because we are creating a lot of data with the
Lots
LLMs.
more
Because
than we used to.
exactly, way more than we used to. Because now, in just a couple of minutes, I'm exaggerating, but you can create a software, so you can create data, and it's exponential. Like look at the number of um, content that was generated by Sora 2. Like the zillions of hours of
Yeah.
videos that were created out of thin air.
Even
Now,
Meta.
sorry, what?
Even Meta provide you can go they have an app where reels are made just by with AI
Okay,
on the
I
app.
did.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know
So
about that. Okay,
just imagine.
yeah. So this is like data created out of thin air, but it used to take us, let's say, hours to create a reels, or like half an hour to create a reel. Now it takes like 2 minutes. And look at what's Imagine from Grok. Man, it pops like a 6 seconds video in 6 seconds. It's like, where do you store all of that data? That's not so. Energy and data is definitely like the two first bottlenecks we have in the system. And then if we fix this, yeah, we basically give the world something really really powerful. But the question is, okay, where do we go? Where are we going with this? And this is a very philosophical concept. I don't have the answer to that. But I've also discovered something with this, a kind of the backfire aspect of that, and tell me if you personally experienced that. I did experience that a little bit, and I heard friends having this problem. Um, let's call it vibe coding burnout. What I mean by this is, um, when I had an idea, it would have taken me 1 week, 2 weeks to sort of sketch it out, putting on paper, putting on slides, whatever, like get a clear idea of, okay, what it's going to look like. And then it would have taken me 1 to 3 months to implement, like bring a team of people to work on it, to test it out, to build a draft something, right? Now that we have access to those technologies, the time from idea to prototype is sometimes just a couple of hours. And so where I used to have cooldown, resting time, because I would like ask developer friends to help me implement this stuff and stuff like that, my brain would sort of rest, or I would just take a little bit of time off. But now that this time has been reduced to close to zero, every time I have an idea, I can implement it. And with the power of LLMs, I could get close enough to something that is functional, so I can see if this idea works the way I want it to work. And if it doesn't look good, I just ditch it and move to the next idea. If it looks good, I just dive into the stuff. And so now I happen to find myself at 3 in the morning tweaking up something on this new idea that I had, that 5 hours ago was just one line on my notebook. And the thing is, like, if I didn't have the discipline to say, what up, oh, time to go to bed, time to pause this thing, I would just not sleep. And I have like 3 friends of mine that just called me and said, hey, I didn't sleep for the last 2 days because I was just implementing this stuff. And I was like video calling them and they were looking exhausted because like their brain was getting dopamine shots after dopamine shots after dopamine shots. So it's not the TikTok scrolling, but like it's the LLM showing you the stuff that is like getting more and more alive and closer to reality. Have you experienced that?
Not personally. I mean, I have this problem since a lot. I already have similar problems before. I used to make music, so I mean, I was like, oh, I want to make music right now. So I made music, but I didn't sleep. And since this time, I realized that even for school, I was like, oh, I need to study tonight for for tomorrow's exam. I was like, okay, if I don't sleep, I will not be performing. So I need to sleep. I always
Mm,
prioritize sleep
mm,
over everything. So I think it
yeah.
doesn't affect me.
Okay.
It doesn't really affect me right now because the thing here is I have limited access to tokens. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, this summer in my internship, I know there is no limits with tokens. They are plugged to the API directly. So I don't know. I mean, on for job purposes, I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm gonna feel that. To be
Okay.
honest, I don't know.
It's interesting. Here's a counter view on this. I don't remember if it was Jay-Z or Tim Ballant who said that. We can probably like fact check this, but one of these two was saying back in the days, like in the 80s and 90s, we were doing really creative stuff. And one of the reasons why we were so creative was because of the limitations that we had. Because you were limited to magnetic tape and very short loops, you had to make the best of it.
Hmm.
And now that you have pretty much unlimited bandwidth, unlimited everything, the fact that you don't have the constraints, you think it's helping your productive process, but it's actually like a curse. Let me give you a concrete example, and for everyone who's watching, it's also what we call the Netflix effect. There's so much stuff to watch on Netflix that sometimes you can waste 15 minutes scrolling trying to find the best thing. So, my thought is unlimited token that much of a blessing, or the fact that you have limits in tokens will force you to think a little bit and either be creative or maybe limiting. And there's another trend. I'm going to finish with this and get back to you. There's another trend where in photography where they're bringing back um, silver photography, and the reason why it's coming back again is because with the DSLR you pretty much you can take unlimited photos, but like with the traditional silver photography, you're limited to the number of photos you can take. You're limited to the number of shots, and so you try to get the best ones because value is in the scarcity, and I'm curious to see if this will translate into the token economy.
Before they used to. I mean, before they had. I think the creativity is still here.
Okay.
I mean, we are. I think we are more creative than we used to be. Thing is, the problem is with the consumer because you know what I say when everything is urgent, nothing is urgent,
Yeah.
and that's the same thing. We are used to super creative stuff. and we just find it boring right now. The thing that I started to do is, I started reading this book. Uh, this book, this one. Probably you know it. The
No.
Creative Act, Rick
Okay.
Robbins.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't start reading it. I started listening on Spotify, but I have the book. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and there is something that he talks about. I mean, uh, we don't take the time to observe things and just appreciate it.
Yeah.
You'll try to go on Internet Archive. I will send you some links with a lot of art inspirations.
Yeah.
And the exercise you'll try to do is not to go fast through every picture, but just to look at the picture and find five things that you see on the picture. And if you do it, you'll find the beauty of each picture because you take the time. I mean, right now, if I look at you, I just think, oh, he's in his room, and that's it. But now, if I look at you, oh, he has glasses, he has headphones, he has a T-shirt. Oh, look at his background. He has a Steve Jobs book, another book. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's blue. The contrast with the green is actually nice. Oh, there's a radiator right behind you. So this is your heating system. We don't we don't take the time anymore because we are always consuming, and consuming. And we don't have the time right now to be bored.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I would say the iPhone has killed boredom. So
Yeah.
we never got it back. But I
Uh,
agree. But and this is also why I think this entire unlimited token thing is can somehow be a curse in disguise, because um you could come up with this solution or just an idea, like not necessarily you want to make it a business, but you can come up with this idea of something that you want to build. You build it really quickly, and because it doesn't land perfectly and just not as you were expecting it, you would just take it and trash it, right. And sometimes all it takes is maybe a little bit of a tweak on your initial draft to make it something of value. And the example at top of my head is Fortnite. Fortnite, the version one of Fortnite was a zombie apocalypse game, right? And they pushed it out. It didn't work. And what they did, it was actually they thought, okay, we think we have something. It's just not the right angle. So let's pivot a little bit and tweak and get the right angle so we can just have it. And because they tried again and they switched to the battle royale version of it, they found their product market fit. But what the story doesn't tell, and I don't know if anyone has worked at Fortnite, is was it the first pivot or was it like the 30th pivot? That we don't know. And I'm afraid that in a world where people can just try something, ditch it, they will not take, that extra time that will take their raw idea into something of value.
in the world where everything goes fast, the the key is to have a goal and just look at the goal. Don't look behind you. Don't look right or left. Just look at your goal. You know, when you're in the traffic, there are two type of people: the ones that move lanes
Yeah.
to go faster, to always find the opportunity, and those who just stay on the same lane. Often, those who stay on the same lane win the race. They always end up. I mean, you will always end up in front of the one that is switching lanes, I have an image because I was on a call a few minutes before
Yeah.
uh, with a friend of mine. We are actually trying to build a clothing brand, and
Okay. That's really
okay,
cool.
let me show you something. Let me show you. And this is the image that I showed to him. Excalibur. Do you see my Excalibur?
Uh, Let me bring it to the screen. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay. So this is you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the guy that stays on the same lane. What you're
Yeah.
gonna do is just stay on the same. You will always switch to go faster. Okay.
Yeah.
But all this energy just to end up here, and okay, there's another option, and but what you don't know is everybody is actually thinking like you. So everybody actually does the same move. So
Yeah.
you will always move where the traffic is.
Yeah.
And when everything will be open to this car, you will
Yeah.
just go faster.
Yeah.
And I think the way that you can translate to business and just building stuff in art is if you stay on the same lane,
Mm.
there will be an opportunity and your your job is to take it. Business is all about taking the opportunity, don't you think?
Business is about
Taking the
taking
right
the right
opportunity. You can
opportunity.
do the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'll get better,
Mm.
but something that you have an edge on it, unlike others, is you know your craft, you're an expert, and when the opportunity is when you have it wide open, you have the
Yeah.
lane wide open,
Yeah.
you speed up.
Mm.
While others are just switching. Okay, I'm making this SaaS. 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 Oh no, the SaaS that I did a month ago was the one because it just blowed up.
Yeah.
You don't need to switch. You just need to stay. And that's why the thing that is important is obsession. That's why obsession is so important. You just stay on the same lane. This is your goal. This is your way to live. This
Yeah.
is your joy of life. This is what brings you peace of mind. And when the opportunity is here, you just take it.
Yeah. That's I right before this session I was live with the ultimate dev, and he was very successful. He made about $2 million with his SaaS, and he was explaining us that he built 10 different SaaS. There was only one that actually made it, and he was explaining us that's because this SaaS that made it was the one that he was obsessed about, and he was focusing his efforts
Mhm.
into. And yeah, so it goes back to what you were saying. It's about it's about that obsession and that energy that you put into the stuff that translate into the success. And that is why I don't care about the token economy, because yes, you're gonna be able to build stuff, but the reality is, okay, what happens after you build it? Or what happens before you build it? Because this is where people will stand out, right?
Because this is obsession. This is the right obsession. The obsession that everybody thinks about is,
Yeah,
oh, I'm working hard every day. No, you can't do the same thing every day. Chill out. The
that's
opportunity will come out, and
yeah,
you just need to take it. I mean, you gotta take it, obviously. But if you have the right experience on it, with it, you'll get it.
yeah,
Everything will be easy. And I think the other thing is when you talked about the 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 Dev Ultim, that's his name in French.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, he made multiple SaaS. I think that if he didn't make multiple SaaS,
Yeah,
he would not succeed too, because he learned stuff. He learned something by making
absolutely.
other
Yeah,
SaaS.
he learned from his mistakes and he learned from previous stuff. Agreed.
So I think you need to practice. You can see it. You can see failure as a practice. You can try to make multiple things, but the day it blows up in your obsession,
All in.
all in. Yeah,
Stay on the lane.
yeah.
Stay on the
And
lane.
it's obviously, I think, okay, I think it's around about after 2 years. I have this rule: do something for 2 years. After the second year, there's something happening.
Okay.
Obviously.
So you give yourself 2 years to build something, push
I
it.
mean, you made me use this rule because it took you like 2 years too,
Yeah, that's true.
isn't it?
Yeah, it took probably about 2 years. I agree. I
About two
agree.
years before starting like to live from your business and stuff.
Yeah, the first time, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
about
good
two
rule.
years. So I give myself about 2 years, and I have other examples that after around 2 years, people start to strive from their passion.
Yeah.
So just if you switched your, I mean, you had, I mean, let's talk about you. You stayed on the same lane, but you did some stuff around it. I mean, you tried to make SaaS, you tried other things. But when you blew up. I mean, it worked because you tried to do stuff around. You actually learned.
So there's a nuance to that. I
Hmm.
I I think I think this is something a lot of people have a hard time to get. So I'm gonna explain again. I think this could be very useful to people. The difference between the way I operate and the classic mistake I see a lot is um, people, especially in the dev world, in the tech world, people will come with their first idea. Let's not even discuss the concept of ideas. I don't like ideas. But anyways, but let's just pretend ideas are amazing and you can start from an idea. People will start from an idea and they'll start from something like, oh, I'm gonna build a CRM. I'm gonna build a CRM stuff. I'm gonna revolutionize CRMs. And so they spend 3 months, 6 months building a different version of CRM, right? And it doesn't work for a million reasons. It doesn't work. What they do is they pivot, but it's not the way they pivot is not they changing lanes like you're just showing me here on the graph. They're just not moving to the right lane.
Hmm.
When they pivot, they just take an entire different road.
That's
They
a
take
lot.
an entire different road. So they move from CRM to uh, agentic automation. It's like,
They can
but
try to incorporate agentic in their CRM, but
but
not
that's
change the full product.
that's what they do. They change the entire road. So now they have to start all over again. And the reality is you can waste your entire life like that because every time you take another road, you don't compound on everything that you learned on the road that you were in. And the difference between that and what I was doing is I was trying different things, solving the same problem. So for me, it was like, I need to get to the top of this mountain. First thing, I'm going to try with the bike. And I'm going to do like 200 meters up, or I'm going to do like a mile up. And then I'm going to get stuck. I was like, shit, okay, I'm stuck. And where people will just say, nah, let me just try another mountain, but still using this bike, I started to think, okay, let me try something else. But my goal is still to get at the top of this mountain. And okay, now I'm just going to ditch the bike. I'm just going to try to run. And I'm going to run for another mile or another 100 meters, what away. But I have compounded. I'm not back at the bottom. I'm still climbing. I'm just trying to find new ways to climb. And so the main difference is that is like I always have that same North Star. I always have that same objective that I want to reach. And my pivoting is in the way to make it happen, but I'm still going to the same direction. So I'm still going from New York to San Francisco, and I'm just trying other stuff. I'm not changing lanes, but sometimes I'm like, you know what? Let me pause here and try with a bus, or let me try with ride sharing, or let me try
Hmm.
with something. But every new tentative is built on everything that I did before. So no matter what happens, I'm still like stacking up the experience and the learnings.
Yeah, definitely. Completely agree. An example that I can give you from a business that kind of succeed. The company that I'm having my internship this summer,
Yeah.
it's called Bot Press, like bot, like robot press, and they used to they used to exist before the AI era. They are actually doing agentic stuff,
Okay.
chatbots. That's why it's called Bot Press.
Okay.
Before what they doing, they used to do chatbots, but with real NLPs, natural language processing models.
Okay. They're
Like
doing.
they use,
Sorry. Breaking this down to me. They're doing chatbot with NLPs.
yeah, you know, when you go to the website, how the chatbots used to be on the website is, you have multiple options. You click on it, they give you like an answer,
Yeah.
or you write down something, and it gives you like something as an answer. So it wasn't a real LLM or a big language model, but with LLM era, they just pivoted. They
Mm.
don't use. I don't think they do models at home right now. They don't train models. They don't do anything.
Yeah.
What they do is they prompt. So this is like a pivot. And since they had some customers before, it just blew up because now they can. You talked about in one of your videos about production chain, uh, or how to scale. You made a video about how to scale and you just produce more. And now they are able to produce more because of LLMs.
Mm.
It They use it as a leverage. And yeah, I think this is a pivot. This is a right pivot. They did not did something fully different. They're doing the same thing. They just, okay. I mean, NLPs are just useless right now. Let's use something else that that is way more efficient, and we don't need to host our own servers and do all this stuff. They just pivoted, and now since they had the expertise about doing chatbots, they can just go faster and faster right now.
It totally makes sense. It totally makes sense. It's that famous quote, um, "Do more than do better." And now we have this phase where we can do more, and eventually we'll reach a cap, and then we'll start to think, okay, now how can we do
Automated.
do better? Yeah, we cannot do more. Let's just do better.
All right. Do things that don't scale.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Do things that don't scale. I was talking about this morning in another life. I love it. I love it. Oh man, this is really cool. This is really cool.
Yeah,
Really
I
cool.
had a great talk.
Yeah. No, no. Can you before we close, do you mind if you just do a quick recap of Impeccable? Because a lot of people joined after your demo. So if you can just like re-show uh,
Yeah, I can show
Impeccable and
you what it did
yeah,
actually.
and yeah, and just give people who have no context. What is it that you showed at the beginning of the session?
Basically, I showed Impeccable, which is a skill that you can plug into any of your LLM. Basically, skill, you can see it as a markdown file that basically it's a big prompt that you give to your LLM, and it's a kind of a way to think, so he can solve problems differently. And Impeccable, what it does, it it brings you a skill, but like it, it provides a skill that eliminates the AI slop on your website. It can improve your UI design and your UX design. It's way faster. The job that Riley used to take like an hour for a small page, now it can take like 5 minutes with Impeccable. Not even 5 minutes, less. And and Pickable also provides some other cool features, and one of them is the live and Pickable Live. So what it does, it opens up a browser, and you can click on components on the website and just tell it, oh, I want this way, and you can tell it, oh, generate me like 3 options, and it will do the job. I tested out when I tested it. It was a bit slow, so I stopped. But obviously, it's nice. I think if it can be just a bit faster, it'll be fine.
Okay.
What also provides, it provides something called craft. What's the right? Let me, yeah, craft slash impeccable craft. Craft allows you to start from an idea to a complete page, a complete design.
Okay.
That's what I did yesterday. I showed it on Codex. By the way, I'm gonna share my screen
Oh
right
yeah, please do,
before.
please do, please do.
Uh, yeah. Uh, okay, I'll share this one. Okay, do you see?
Yep.
Okay,
Screen shared. Yep, yep, yep. Screen shared.
okay. So now we did the adapt reduce mobile hero poster with and the source and move global clipping where possible. I mean, it did the job. Now it's way better. Here we used to have a problem. It used to be, I mean, bigger, take all the place. Now it's just better. If I mean, the way it is able to find out the problems, it takes screenshots.
Mm,
And if it took this screenshot and it was like, oh, that's not the right layout
it's
that I
not a good
should.
layout. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it did the job, and we can try to do something else. It took a bit of time, this one, but ticket flow is too light. I mean, you can you can use a lot of skills to improve your UI, but I think this is, I mean, critique, I really like it because it really improves your UX, and UX is real important.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's very useful for um tech folks who don't necessarily um have been exposed to design or UX design
Or just
or
hate it.
let's just let's clip that. This one, please
Or
clip
just
it.
hate it, dude.
Or just hate or
I'm not talking
designers.
about myself, huh?
Yeah, no, I get
I'm
it. I
not
get
talking
it.
about myself.
You dodged the bullet here, but yeah, it could also be useful for designers or UX designers to get like a first filter, like a triage, to have a first look at your stuff, or maybe gain a little bit of objectivity, because sometimes you design something so your mind sees stuff that don't exist, and so having like a this neutral agent that is going to look at a different angle of it give you like a little bit of a outside perspective. That's also really cool.
I think what it can bring to, I mean, I'm coming back to the Pareto law. I mean, you can do 80% of the job with just placing the components, and now you want to improve it, to
Yeah.
improve the looking. I mean, you can just use it to improve, to do the 20%, the other 20% that takes 80% of your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can pair to it. Absolutely. No, no, that's cool. That's a really cool tool. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those who are watching this, Max suggested this impeccable demo just a couple of days ago, and I sent him a message and say, hey, can you jump live and just share the stuff with us, do a little demo, see how it goes, and he was um he was super cool saying yes and jumping into that. So I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
appreciate it. We should do this another time.
Anytime you want, man. Anytime you have cool stuff to share, cool demos to do,
Hmm.
yeah, just let me know. So
Yeah,
we can organize that. We can have it on your channel as well.
yeah,
Um, no problem with that.
cool. Hey, it was a great time. See you later.
Take care. Bye bye.
Ciao.
And I'm gonna close.
Hi, ciao. Bye.
That's it. Boom, bada boom. Let me bring this down here. Check, check, check. All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna remove my headphone because now this is all good in here. Bam. Thank you so much. So I appreciate, guys. Have a look at Max X account. If you want to follow that stuff, he shots real bullets on X. He's the no filter guy, but I love it. Great expertise and super young. So I'm super happy to see that this generation is killing it. Boom, boom, boom. Let me have a look if you have any couple of questions to finish today's session. Let me see. Quickly switch that screen here. Um, let me just okay. Let me just bring this up here. I'm gonna share my screen. Chuck, chuck, chuck. There we go. Bada boom, bada boom. All right. Let me bring the screen sharing. If you guys have any questions, last questions for to end the show, I would love to ask that. If you want to be part of the show, like Matt, sit next to me and have this conversation together, have a demo, talk about your startup, or get a live consultation with me, don't hesitate. Send me a message. Reach out to one of my social media. Let me just share this right now so you guys can have a look at that. Bing, boom, bada boom. Feel free to have a look. Here's my X handle. You can also follow me on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it. It's the same handle. Just type my name in there, and we'll be able to get things done together. Boom. Let me just remove this one. There we go. All right. Let's go. Okay. Last thing I want to share is for those who still watching it, I have this cool program called the SaaS and Startup Kitchen, where I help tech founders, solo tech founders get paying customers. If you're stuck at zero customers, or if you're stuck at small MRR and you need some help, you need some insights, have a look at the SaaS and Startup Kitchen. It's a school community. I made a symbolic $1 monthly plan just to get you in the community where I can answer your question every single day. And so don't hesitate to have a look at that. If you need help, reach out to me. And you know the drill. See you on the next one. Boom. Let me just do it again, full mode. See you on the next one. Boom.